What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a foundation wear test. That's right, you heard correctly. I have another foundation that we're going to be doing a wear test on. So this one is the Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face Skin Caring Foundation, and I have the color Very Fair C. So this is a new brand on the market. I say new, it came out mid last year, and it just kind of was what it was, but it recently kind of blew up a little bit on social media. A bunch of girls were talking about how fantastic it was, how it wears well, and it was people from like oily skin, normal skin. I think even one of them had dry skin. So I had to know. I was curious. I needed to know if it was going to work for my skin. So, for reference, my skin is normal. It is not overly oily. It is not overly dry. I might get a little bit of dryness in the winter, a little bit more oily in the winter, but overall, my skin runs on an even keel. I don't feel like I need anything for mattifying. I don't feel like I need anything to like overhydrate my skin. We are just kind of here chilling, is what it is. I am also 38 years old. I prefer a more skin-like to luminous finish for my foundations. I'm not into the glowy foundations, and I'm not really into the matte foundations. I like the middle of the road. I also like a light to medium coverage when it comes to my foundation. And I also live in a very, 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 very hot, humid climate. I am down here in Houston, Texas, and our summers they're awful. They're horrible. I know it's really bad other places too, but they are no fun. But let me tell you a little bit about this. This is from the brand, like I said, Polite Society. So Polite Society is a new brand. It did launch last year. It launched in the summer, I believe. I'm not exactly sure when. It was maybe somewhere between July and September. But it comes to us from Jared Blandino and Jeremy Johnson. Now, if you don't know who they are the original founders of Too Faced. So we all know who Too Faced is. I'm sure you do. I'm sure if you have stepped into any Ulta or Sephora, you have seen Too Faced. They are a cute brand. They've always been known for that, but that's besides the point. So Too Faced was actually bought out by Estee Lauder back in 2016, 2017, somewhere around there, and the two of them stepped down and kind of out of the scenes. You can look into all of that, do your research, figure it out if you want to know the tea on that. But last year, they announced that they were coming out with an umbrella brand or an incubator brand called Toy Box Brands. And basically, what that is, it's a brand that helps other brands get going. So they do funding, they help with marketing, they help get their feet wet, all of that. They are like the overseeing company of that brand. So they started that, and then underneath that, they started Polite Society. So Polite Society is supposed to be a clean, vegan, cruelty-free brand that's fun. They say it doesn't have to be boring. When I saw this come out, I was kind of like, okay, they're back. Whatever. It's cute. It's not for me. It didn't have any appeal. I wasn't excited about it. I was just kind of like, okay, cool. Let's see what they do. But when I started seeing it on social media, that's when my little ears perked up and I was intrigued. So let me go ahead and read to you the claims of this foundation because there's a lot. And there's a lot. So, first of all, this foundation retails for $42. That is a big price tag. That is approaching almost luxury pricing. Like 42 is it's a good price for a foundation. I expected more like 36. I know there's only a $6 difference, but there's something about that $36 to $42 threshold that kind of bumps it up a little bit. But at the same time, I'm not surprised. But it comes in 30 different shades. I will pop that up, which it's not a great shade range. Let's be honest. You can see from looking at it, there's a lot of light and medium skin tones. But whenever we get to the darker skin tones, it kind of trails off. I just don't think it's a very good range. I think it's kind of disappointing. And a lot of the deeper ones look very similar as well. But let me read to you about it. So it says, Polite Society More Than a Pretty Face Skin Caring Foundation is a skincare meets makeup hybrid that promotes healthy skin and delivers long wear, medium to full coverage. So again, it's another foundation with skincare in it. Not really here for that. I'm here for these claims that I am about to read to you. So it says that it is long wearing, natural, luminous, soft filter finish, buildable, medium to full coverage, immediate hydration, instantly covers and conceals your unique skin concerns, skincare meets makeup hybrid, complexion perfecting on all skin types, comfortable weightless wear, easily blends into the skin, transfer resistant, oxidation proof, clean formula, cruelty free, PETA approved, vegan, non-toxic, dermatologist tested, safe for sensitive skin, non-comedogenic, fragrance free, and Forest Stewardship Council certified in post-consumer recycled packaging and materials. That's a lot of claims. That is a lot of claims. It also goes on to tell you what it's formulated without. But if you want to know all that, you can pop over to their website and check it out. But this foundation has some hefty claims. So I am intrigued. I am piqued. And for me, the most intriguing part is that it does say that it is a natural, luminous, soft filter finish with immediate hydration. But then if you go down in the same breath, it also says it's for all skin types. Now, I'm not an oily skin girl. We've already discussed that. But to me, if you have oily skin, I wouldn't think that you would want anything that has a luminous or like hydrating effect to the skin. That's just me. I could be wrong. But when I read these claims, if you hadn't have told me that it was for all skin types, I would automatically think it's for combination to dry skin. But that's just me. I'm just saying what I know based off of my experience. But enough about this. Let's go ahead and jump into this wear test. Let's get this on our skin, see how it wears, see how it performs, and see how it holds up after a full day's wear. All right, y'all, so my skin is prepped and ready to go. I've done all of my skincare. I have my SPF on, and I did go in with my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer right here. If you watched my speed reviews video, then you know that I absolutely love it. I feel like it performs just the same, if not better, than the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer that has been one of my favorites for years. So I do feel comfortable going in with that as my primer for this video because I have given it lots of love and tried it and know that it works very well for my skin. But let's jump into the application of this foundation. So I am going to do this half of my face, which is the right half of my face, with a sponge, and then I'm going to do the left side with a brush so you can see the different application, how it goes on both ways and how it performs both ways. So if you're a sponge girly, you're covered. If you're a brush girly, you're covered. Either way, let's do this. But here is the foundation right here. Super cute. I have the color Very Fair C, and the little lid just comes off like that. And let's go ahead and start with the sponge side. So I'm just going to put some on my sponge, and we're going to apply. Now this is a pretty much perfect color match for me. Like, it is absolutely spot on and beautiful. The times that I have worn this foundation, I have really enjoyed it. I think it looks beautiful on the skin, but I have not done like a full day's wear with this yet. So that is what we're going to do today, and I'm excited. I'm really excited to see how this wears, see if it holds up to those claims that they gave us. But this is what we're looking like so far. I have a nice like medium full coverage right now, so it's not quite full, but it is more than medium. Very, I don't want to say very glowy, but it is very skin-like. It does feel very hydrating on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel very, very slick. It doesn't feel matte, anything like that. It feels very skin-like, which is a formula in foundations that I look for and I absolutely love. Okay, so this is the one half of my face with a sponge. I have these little baby hairs that just get in the way and stick. So there is the right half with a sponge. You can see what that looks like. That color match though, oof, absolutely perfect. But let's go ahead and go in with a brush on the other side. So I'm going to go in with my Singe FO1 brush right here. And I'm just going to, I usually just put it directly on the brush like that. That's about half a pump. And we're just going to kind of swipe and stipple at the same time. Now, I am not a big brush person when it comes to foundations unless I find that that foundation just performs better with a brush. My skin tints usually are better with a brush just because they are so light coverage that I feel if you use it with a sponge, it's just going to soak up all of the product. But this one does go on nicely either way. I do feel like I have a little bit of a, I guess, more even coverage with the sponge, but this is giving me good coverage. I will say that. Both sides look beautiful. They really do. Do a little bit up here. I think I put too much. That's okay. All right. So, not having any difficulties blending it out with a brush either. Sometimes foundations, they just, I don't know, they do funny with a brush. They like to cake up or grab or streak. Streaking is a big one, but I have learned over the years that if you more so pat and stipple the foundation on, you're less likely to get that streaking. You're more so pressing it into the skin, and that's what we want to do. Make sure that we're nice and blended. Okay, so this is what the skin is looking like on this side with the brush. It looks nice, beautiful, beautiful. And then over here with the sponge. So I'm looking really close. I don't see any gathering around my nose. It's not doing anything funny. It's sitting beautifully. I'm not having any weird spots at all. So I appreciate that. Everything looks good so far. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off this face of makeup with concealer, powder, all the things. And we will be right back. All right, y'all, so this is the completed look after I put on the rest of my products. The face looks absolutely beautiful. I'm loving the way that this is sitting on my skin. I'm still not having any issues. All of my products went over it just beautifully. And yeah, I love the way that the complexion looks. But let me show you what I finished off with. So I am testing out the new Haus Labs concealer under my eyes, and so far this is a good one. I'm really, really, really loving it. I still have more testing to do, but it's a good one. Okay, so then I went ahead and set my under eyes with my Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch and Cherry Blossom. I went ahead and bronzed up my skin with my Tom Ford bronzer. I added on the light color right here from the Betty Boop Cheek Duo that just came out. I went in with my ABH Glow Seeker highlighter right here. Oh, I also did set my face with my Hourglass setting powder, which is one of my holy grails. Y'all know that now. My lip combo is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On in Rush. And then on top of that, I went over with the new Haus Labs, what are these? The PhD Hybrid Lip Glaze. This is Guava. I'm loving these as well so far. Next speed reviews is going to be so good. And then for my lashes, I am testing out a new mascara, and this is your first little sneak peek, but it is the Omni Lash from Blend Bunny, and Y'all, I don't know who these lashes are and where they came from, but I want to keep them. They are beautiful. And of course, I finished off my brows with the one from Urban Decay that we do not say the name of. So that, oh, and of course I set my face, duh, with my NYX Marshmallow Setting Spray right here that I'm loving as well. But that is it. So I'm going to go ahead and go throughout my day. I have a couple of errands to run, some things to do, and we're going to see how this makeup holds up. I will come back with a couple of check-ins throughout the day, and we will reconvene tonight after at least the 12-hour mark and see how this foundation held up on my normal skin. All right, y'all, here we are for our first check-in of the day. It is 12:42 and I put this on at 7:45 this morning, 7:50ish, somewhere in there. So we are right at the 5-hour mark, and this is what we are looking like. It actually looks pretty good. That is where I've had my glasses on. It's breaking up a little bit around my nose. Most foundations do. That doesn't really bother me. But other than that, it's looking pretty good. I am impressed so far. It's not emphasizing my lines on my forehead. It doesn't look makeup-y. It doesn't feel heavy. It still looks really nice on the skin. So far, so good. I am impressed so far, but it's only been 5 hours. So we will do another check-in later in the day, maybe around the 8-hour mark, and then probably finish the day out from there. Okay, second check-in of the day. We are at 4:07 p.m. So we're a little over the 8-hour mark, and we are still looking good. It is still holding up. There's not any more like anything breaking down. My nose still looks like it did earlier, my glasses, but it looks good around my mouth. It looks good on my forehead. I'm not having anything break down or cake up or do anything weird. So we are looking good so far. So let's give this about 4 more hours and see what we look like. All right, y'all, so we are back for our final check-in with this foundation on, and this is what we are looking like at just about 8 p.m., so a little over 12 hours. From a distance, this foundation looks nice. I will say it doesn't look bad. My face doesn't feel like sticky or anything like that. It did not transfer, I will say that. I didn't sweat or do anything like that, but it stayed on really nice. But I noticed right around the 10-hour mark, it started to break down. And you can see it right around here. It's starting to look very makeup-y and it's starting to break up. And right here as well, where I do that a lot, but right here as well. So as far as longevity goes, I don't think this is a great foundation if you're looking for something that's going to get you past that 10-hour mark. But if you just want a foundation that is going to get you through 7, 8, 9, 10 hours in a day, I really enjoy this. I think it's a fantastic foundation. I do think it's a little pricey for what it is. It doesn't stand out to me. It's not a foundation that has any, I don't even know what the word is, any kind of outstanding qualities to it. And it doesn't claim to be a super long wearing foundation, so that's smart on their part. There's not really any expectations to that, but it is definitely buildable. It's definitely lightweight. It's definitely a skin-like finish. It's very hydrating on my skin. My skin doesn't feel like it's dried out, but it also doesn't feel like it's on the oily side either. So all in all, I think it's a good foundation. I don't think it's a great foundation. I have foundations that perform better, that last me longer, that look prettier on the skin, but that's just my preference. Again, from everything that I have heard, it holds up really well on all skin types. I've heard from people through all the spectrum, and it works really well. So yeah, I think if you are interested in this foundation, it's a good one to check out. I would probably use some points or wait till it's on sale maybe. But yeah, all in all, I do enjoy it and I will continue to wear it. And I'm happy to have it in my collection. So that is it for this foundation wear test. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I want to thank you so much for spending your day with me and watching my video. And if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Click on that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can be notified of all my future posts here on my channel. And until my next video, have a good one. Bye.